southbound, I've been hellbound, riding on the midnight train. Going too fast now, think I ought to slow down, standing in the pouring rain.
What's up, guys? Tristan, Tony, and Cade back with another live podcast from the Frog Talks booth at the Ducks Expo 2025. Many of y'all have heard our beloved friend Kade Weatherford on this podcast before, and we're excited to have him back.
A few times, here I am.
That's right, because you know what? If we're going to be this close to where he operates business and we smoke ducks, y'all need to go on YouTube right now and go look. Like, listen, if you want to shoot ducks, you can just go see Kade Weatherford. If you don't want to shoot ducks, you can go do that other stuff.
Well, like we always say, if you don't have fun, that's your own fault. That's Mr. Glenn's MO.
That's our motto. That's our slogan.
And keep in mind, there's no guarantee. You know, there's never a guarantee. Kade will be the first to tell you. There's never a guarantee you're going to shoot ducks. Of course, you know, the videos that y'all watch, you know, that we are showing you the reality, but at the same time, there's a lot of times that we go out there that we don't shoot anything. But you know what? Here's the one thing that every single Kade Weatherford customer will say. I always have a hell of a time. I mean, it's something they do as a tradition. You've got returning customers come every single year, whether they shoot ducks or not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, and if you go to our YouTube to kind of just close that loop, we actually have a whole playlist called Delta Thunder of all of our hunts we've done out there over the years, and man, we've had some good ones.
There's going to be more to come.
Yeah,
more to come this year.
And it's kind of funny to look back on because, man, the early stuff with our video skills at the time, it just came a long way, and our equipment is drastically improved from iPhones and GoPros, but man, the fun has always remained.
Oh, every time. We've had some wonderful hunts. You know, that first hunt y'all ever went on with me, y'all didn't kill many ducks. But that year, I mean, the hunting sucked, period, overall. I mean, it was awful. And I told you, I mean, you remember me telling you, if you stick in there and you come back, I'm telling you, you're gonna hit it big eventually, and y'all did. I think that second time y'all come back, Tony come on that spec hunt, and we killed like 50 limits that weekend.
Yeah, it was a beatdown.
I mean, a bunch of them.
Beatdown. Yeah, he came back from that. I don't think I was able to make it for that, but then I came back.
You came duck hunting,
and we had some good ones that season too. I mean, really, we've been real fortunate since that first year. We've had a lot of good luck, honestly.
That's what I'm saying. You can't go one time and say, well, they weren't worth nothing. I mean, I'm not speaking just for myself. I'm any outfitter. Anywhere you go hunting, you can't base the hunting off one time. Now, if their service like them, it's a them thing, you can.
Right.
But I do everything I can for anybody I can. I want to make everybody happy.
Right.
Some days I can do it, and some days I can't. But I try my very best to make everybody happy.
Yeah.
I want everybody to have the most pleasant experience they can have coming out here hunting with me.
That's right. And you know, and the thing is that you keep it so affordable. You know what I mean? I mean, let's face it, the price of eggs in China have went up, and it has. I mean, it's great that our economy is starting to stabilize a little better and everything right now, but the fact of the matter is that, you know, because he loves it so much, he wants to make it affordable for you.
I try to make it the cheapest I can at a rate where I know I'm going to get I'm going to hit all the lease payments and side-by-side payments, and I'm going to make a little bit of money on the end.
Right. Pay the guides, all that stuff. Right?
I'm going to get the guides paid and all that stuff, but I try to literally the bottom dollar that you can possibly do it for. I mean, I can write you out all the things we got to pay for over the year. It's the lowest you can possibly go on a price, on a set price.
Work, yeah.
And make it work, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, it takes money. I mean, I always find it funny, you know, where, you know, somebody comes out and they're like, whatever somebody charges for something, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Cade, if it's honey break, I don't care where it is, right?
It takes a ton of money.
Right. There's a lot of stuff we talk about all the time. There's so much stuff that goes on behind the scenes, right? There's a side-by-side that needs to operate. It needs to have the oil changed. It needs to have, you know, there's just so many things that you gotta charge money in order to make that money. You know what I mean? It's just the bottom line.
Right.
Cade, I'm curious, obviously being a resident of Arkansas and duck hunting your whole life, I'm sure you've been to a Duck Expo, once or twice in your day.
All Duck Expos, sport shows, gun shows. I've done them all.
What do you think? How do you think this one stacks up compared to what you've seen in your day?
It's a lot different. It's
Do you want coffee that doesn't suck? Get the Duck. Dirty Duck coffee is made specifically for the waterfowl enthusiast. Enjoy flavors like Morning Wood, Dark Dynasty, Cinnamon Teal Snickerdoodle, and First Flight to unlock the flavor that you'll enjoy in the blind for years to come.
It's a lot bigger than they put on like the Big Buck Classic every year. They used to do one in Jonesboro where I live, but I don't think they do it anymore. They used to do it. It was the first weekend in February, and it was hunting. I mean, it was a Big Buck Classic. Everybody brought their buck in to get scored, and whoever had the biggest score, they gave a gun away or whatever. And or like if you had the biggest archery kill, they'd give you a bow or whatever. It was all kinds of different stuff. And that was a pretty big deal. The Convocation Center in Jonesboro, it's a pretty big place. It's where Arkansas State plays basketball and everything, and they put on concerts and stuff. But this place right here it's
hopping, bro.
It's pretty big, yeah.
It's hopping. I will tell you, man. Frog Talks, and we're proud to say it, dude. Pushing products.
The Frog Talks booth
it's happening, bro.
It's one of the nicest ones I've seen here.
Yeah, it's so nice, and dude, they've been just hitting some really incredible numbers on the amount of products that have gotten pushed out of here, especially just today. So anyway, super good stuff. But man, so what do you think? One of the big questions always is, hey man, I want to come out and hunt Arkansas. Can you guarantee that there's going to be some ducks?
No. You referring to the text message I sent you earlier this week?
No, we don't have to talk about that one. but being more serious, man. What are you thinking things are looking like? Like, you've done this so much, you've seen the same things, the predictions every year. You're out there, you see the land that you have. Obviously, you can't predict the future, but where's your gut going?
Honestly, this year is one of them years that I honestly can say I'm clueless, because there is hundreds of thousands of acres. I don't even know how many acres that didn't get planted, that was prevented planted this year.
Right.
It ain't planted, it's dirt. They couldn't plant it. It's been flooded literally since middle of June. It started drying up a little bit, but you can't plant nothing that late. I mean, I guess you could, but you're taking a real big risk of frost killing it.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a lot of, I'm not going to name any names, but I got a buddy of mine that works at a seed company, and they've got 2 warehouses full of seed that was pre-ordered seed from farmers that they just never picked up.
Oh my gosh.
And it's thousands of acres of seed, thousands of thousands. But there's going to be a lot of ground that usually has row crop planted on it that's not going to have anything planted on it. Now, that being said, a lot of people think, well, there's not going to be any crop. There's not going to be any ducks. Not necessarily. I tell everybody this, 3 seasons ago, I had one of the best seasons. Up until this past year, it was the best season that I'd ever had. We killed 1,412 ducks out of 2 pits. 2 of them.
Wow.
And it was worked up dirt. There was nothing planted out there at all. It was worked up dirt.
Yeah.
Twisted teal.
That's
the
one of
twisted,
my favorite videos.
the twisted
that didn't
teal
get a lot,
video.
man.
Yep.
That field there was nothing out there. There was a few smartweeds that grew on the high side of the field. You can see that grew up, but all it was out there was worked up dirt. The other field that we hunted that year and killed a ton of ducks out of. I don't know. I don't remember if y'all got a video over in the woods field, but we killed them ducks over there. I mean, I was taking groups. I'd take one group in there, they'd kill out. I'd pull them out
Yep, I
and
remember
bring
that.
another one in. I did that. I killed out 2 groups out of that pit for 13 days straight.
Amazing.
13 days
Amazing.
back to back.
Well,
And
and I don't mean to cut in, but you know, the thing is about the worked up dirt, you know, if you don't know a lot about what ducks eat, it's not just grain.
Right.
Okay? It's not. Sometimes all they want is these small little invertebrates. You know what I mean? It might be a fly larva. It might be, depending on where you're at, it might be mussels, you know, really small mussels, baby mussels, I guess you would call them, mussel shells, things like that. And sometimes when you have dry earth like that, and then after an amount of time, it does get water, it creates this like new reproduction of the habitat, basically.
Right.
You know?
No, absolutely.
Well, I mean, and another thing is a minute ago I was telling you, them smartweeds that grow out there, they got a little bit of seed on them, and them ducks eat that too. I mean, they'll eat that pigweed, coffee bean, just grass, red rice, which is not a rice. You know, it's not good rice. That's rice. It's a weed, is what it is. They call it red rice around my area. Them ducks will tear it up. The geese will too. But they'll find stuff to eat out there. And, you know, you go back to the podcast we did with my granddaddy. He said it the very best. The combines they got nowadays don't leave much behind as it is.
Right.
So that people think that.
It's in the teens that morning, and maybe you're chasing ducks or geese. But now it's September and it's 85 degrees and you're hunting early teal or geese. As a waterfowler, you need dependable weather protection that will not break the bank. Founded in 1996, Frog Togs is not only the leader in breathable wader technology, but a company you can depend on to keep you warm and dry, head to toe, no matter your hunting environment.
But them ducks still come down there. I had the best year that I've ever had last year. I mean, amongst all the catastrophic stuff I had happen behind the scenes,
Persevered though.
the hunting, the quality of the hunting was excellent. I couldn't ask for no better.
Wow.
But we got some big things going this year. I don't see a problem with it. It just needs to get cold up north. And if it gets cold up north, we're going to be all right. I mean, we're going to get some ducks. Even if it don't, you know, usually we get that Halloween push is what everybody calls it. And we always kill some ducks off it. I say always. Most time we get some ducks off of it, and sometimes we kill them good, sometimes we don't. You know, that the first several years y'all come out hunting with me, that opening week, we didn't kill nothing. Like opening weekend, and there wasn't hardly a bunch of, you know, you might just see a few ducks flying around for a couple hours in the morning, and they'd go dead all day.
Right.
Yep.
Well, the last 2 years, y'all beat them with me. I mean, opener's been a beatdown first 3 days.
Oh man, it's been great.
It's been just insane. I mean, but you know, it still changes every once in a while. You know, you might go out and have a day where they're just not cooperating. The moon's different. You had a full moon or whatever it is, so you're gonna get that little bit of variance. But I think one of the best things you always say is that, you know, if you come out and hunt with me, come more than one day. You know, you need to come for as many days as you can take off in your schedule to put yourself in the best position to be successful.
I've had guys come out and hunt with me a week straight. Colton Hayes. I've talked about him a lot.
Yeah.
There's a few clients that I got that I'll talk about because I know they don't care, and they're great guys. Like, they're really good friends of mine. But Colton Hayes, he always books a hunt. Like, I'm gonna look in my book right now. He's coming on the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th, and 11th, I think, of January. He hunts. That's 5 days. He's hunted. He could tell you best. I wish y'all would have him on the podcast to talk about hunting out here.
Right.
Like, I wish you'd get that perspective.
Let's do it sometime.
Yeah, we should.
He has literally come out here and hunted. Like, they've had 2 terrible days, but they don't care. They're just happy to be hunting.
Yeah.
But they've had 2 terrible days, and then the next day they beat them, and they're having the same amount of fun every day. I put a video on TikTok earlier this week of them. They had their phone out and had this song play, and they was all dancing to it. And
I saw that. That was awesome.
And it just shows. They just they make a good time. You know, if ain't nothing going on, they make it a good time. And that's what it's really all about. Everybody wants to kill. And I get that. I mean, it's fun when you're shooting them, but it ain't let's look at the, y'all talk about the reality of duck hunting all the time.
That's
Let's look at real numbers here.
Yep.
Realistically, you can't kill them every day.
Right.
I know places, buddies of mine that have farms, they leave standing corn and just do a ton of stuff for ducks. They flood early. They'll flood a section early of their farm. That way they pull in the ducks that come in early, and they won't hunt it just to hold ducks. And then they'll start hunting it when the second split comes in. And just, they got a whole science spreadsheet on it, but they're not killing any more ducks. I mean, I get their ideology.
Yep.
It's a great idea, but sometimes it works for them and sometimes it don't.
That's right.
It's just, you can't control a wild bird.
That's right.
There ain't nothing me or you can do. There ain't nothing in our power.
No, man.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they're migratory, and it is what it is. But Colton Hayes, man, shout out to him because I keep up with him too. He's always like supporting our stuff. This summer, make memories on Florida's Forgotten Coast with Williamson Outfitters. From inshore and nearshore fishing to scalping and snorkeling in the bay, plus custom boat tours made for family fun, they've got something for everybody. And when the sun sets, it's time for a nighttime flounder gigging adventure you'll never forget. Small group or big group, day or night, Williamson Outfitters has a fleet of boats and a team of licensed captains ready to take you out. Call or text Captain Chris at 850-251-8650 or visit floridaducks.com. Williamson Outfitters, making the Forgotten Coast unforgettable.
He is,
Somebody brought him
dude.
up.
Big shout out
yeah.
to Colton, bro.
Well, Cade, we got teal season. Wait, what are you guiding this year? So you're doing, are you doing any teal?
I don't know. I mean, we're going to go teal hunting.
Yeah.
But guiding wise, I don't know yet. It's too early.
Obviously, duck and snow goose.
A duck and snow goose is a go. Teal is kind of a throw up. It's a toss up right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to book anybody out front because it's so dry that time of year when teal season comes in and they're still cropping the field. So it ain't like I can flood a field. And it's tough flooding the field anyway because they've been pumping water on rice all year. So that's going to deplete the aquifer.
Right.
That's the water under the ground. And it's hard to pump water that time. That's the hardest time of year to pump. And it's so dry. But sometimes, you get hurricanes that happen and stuff like that. And we'll get
It's
a
like
big,
a blessing.
yeah, we might get a big 10, 12-inch rain overnight. And I'll go out there literally
That
night
can
before
literally change
and
everything.
stop up find where I can stop some water up, stop it up. And I'll hold some water. And usually we got some water, we got some teal. Last year I didn't book nobody and I caught some rainwater. And then I pumped a little bit of water with my tractor out of a ditch, which is totally different deal, a lot easier to get it out of a ditch, but a lot of times you can't get it that time of year out of a ditch.
Right.
We beat them for about 4 days straight. I mean, beat on the teal. I took 5 guys in the first morning, we killed out in 20 minutes. Took 5 guys the next morning, we killed out in 15 minutes. Took 5 guys in the next morning, it wasn't nothing, and we were sitting there, it was like a dove hunt. We were sitting in the pit, standing on top of the bench, pit's not brushed at all, and just threw some teal decoys out there with maybe 3 or 4 spinners and maybe a pulsator or 2 just to get their attention. And you throw it. A lot of people don't think about motion teal hunting, and you don't really need it. But boy, if you put some motion out there,
They can't resist it.
They see that
dude.
flash and that water rippling. Every time they'll just suck right into it.
They do.
But to answer your question, I'm getting off topic. To answer your question, I don't know yet. It's too early. If I do, if I end up doing any teal hunts, I'll end up putting it on Facebook. That's the best way I update people on what I'm going to book and what dates I have available. I'm going to actually probably make a post either tonight. I know we got that dinner thing here in a little while, but it'll either be tonight or tomorrow. I'll put a post out with the rest of the dates I got. I put a post up. Today's August 2nd. I put one up a week ago on July 25th, and I had a lot of dates available, and I booked half of January, so I'm going to have to update that to let people know. I mean, there's a lot of dates, and I tell everybody, I'm not a car salesman, But I get a lot of people get real upset with me because I turn them down because I don't have a place for them to hunt. They call me in October and they're like, "Hey, we want some dates for December or whatever," and I'm like, "Sorry, I don't got them. They're gone. I can't hunt no more. I can only hunt as many people as I can."
No doubt.
That's right.
And usually I'm hunting 18 at a time. I'll take in 18 people at a time is what I have hunting on my farm. But I'm going to narrow it down this year just because I'm going to make it a little bit more subtle. But I'm going to make it where I'm only going to hunt 12 at a time on my farm. So that's 2 groups. That's 2 groups of 6. So that's going to narrow down the dates even more. I mean, it's going to book up even faster. And I just did that because I added a lease, and I'm going to try to implement some, letting some more stuff rest and stuff, and just not putting as much hunting pressure on what I got. Do I think that makes a difference? No, not when there's a lot of ducks around. It doesn't make it. When there's a lot of ducks around, you need to be hunting them. If you let a bunch of ducks come around there and they sit in there and they get comfortable, when you go in to hunt them, they'll get up and figure out they're getting shot. They'll get up and leave.
Yep.
But if you shoot them while they're trying to come get that food, and you keep them out of there, they'll keep coming back. That's the best way I've found to hunt them.
That's awesome, man. Well, Cade, tell everybody, where they can get a hold of you, and what I know you got to update your dates, but just tell everybody where they can get a hold of you.
I'll go over
what's the deposit, all that stuff.
I'll go over all that right now. So, the dates that I got left, I got a tiny bit left in November. Let's see. I'll just say them real quick.
Yeah,
I can do it real quick. So I can hunt one more group I can hunt guys the 25th, 26th, 28th, 29th, 30th, and then on the 1st of December, that's November, and then on the 1st of December. And then I've got one more group that I can fit on the 10th and the 11th. I can hunt one more group on the 15th of December, 2 on the 16th, 2 on the 17th, 2 on the 18th, 1 on the 19th, 1 on the 20th, 1 on the 21st, 2 on the 22nd and 23rd. That's of December. And then I got one more spot, the 30th and 31st of December. And then I got a date available on the 1st, that's January 1st, and then I'm booked from the 2nd to the 18th. I'm full. I have no available dates through there. And then the 19th, I got 2 groups I can hunt. One group on the 20th, 1 on the 21st, 2 on the 22nd, 1 on the 23rd, 1 on the 24th, and 1 on the 25th, and then 2 from the 26th to the 31st of January, and those are all January dates. Now, some of these dates are pending. It's people, I don't write them down in the book until I get a deposit, but I've got a lot of people that have called me in the past week. I have filled up a lot of January, a little bit of December, and a little bit of November, but a lot of those dates are pending. I mean, I could get a phone call in an hour, and they'll say, "Hey, I got my guys together. I know who I want coming hunting." They give me their deposit money and everything. The deposit, so I'm $250 a day is what it costs per person. It's a $100 deposit per person, and then you pay $150 when you get there. I try to split it up, and it seems like you're not paying as much when you split it up that way. Right. You're paying $100 to hold your spot, and then $150 when you get there to hunt.
Yep.
And then if you want lodging, it's totally optional. That's why I don't add it in with the price. A lot of people say it's $300 a day, and you get lodging whether you like it or not. I make it an option. Lodging is $40 a person per night. And then snow goose is the same prices.
Okay.
Well, with snow goose, actually, if you bring 10 or more, because that fills up one hole, that fills up a lodge.
And of course, you can hunt a lot more people.
Yeah, and I can hunt a lot more people snow goose hunting. But if you bring 10 or more, lodging's free.
Good deal, folks.
So, yeah.
Right on, brother. Well, we appreciate you coming on and appreciate hanging out this weekend.
Absolutely.
I mean, obviously, we're an hour away, so if you didn't come, I'd be kind of pissed at you.
Well, y'all didn't leave me no choice. Y'all said, hey, we got an Airbnb. Send me this money. I said, well, I guess I'm going.
Well, right on, man. Well, y'all get with Cade and get it on the books, and you'll probably see us out there. We frequent the area, so.
It's 870-926-7944.
All right, tell them what it is, Cade. It's one.
It's one hell of a lie.
There you go.
I was about to say one. I am number one. What you talking about?
What does it take to be number one? One hell of a life. Appreciate y'all.
I've been southbound, I've been hellbound, riding on the midnight train. Going too fast now, think I ought to slow down, standing in the pouring rain.